I'll be honest, yeah. Let's start with Amorim. As soon as I saw the lineup, I knew what was going to happen. I actually knew what was going to happen. You're telling me that you're going to start with Ahmad playing left 10 when we all know it's a right wing back job for him. Nobody, in fact, forget that. Nobody should ever tell me again that Ahmad is a 10. Bro, my man is not a 10. He likes to get wide, he likes to hug the touchline. It's so clear. Every single time you don't want him to jig in the 10, it does not work. And even Amorim, if you're going to play Ahmad in the 10, like you did against, was it Sunderland, where you had Mbeumo left 10, Ahmad right 10, why did you now decide to now change it to Ahmad left 10 when you've seen it work before? You know that Mbeumo, even if he's on his left foot, he can still make something happen. He can go byline, he can get crosses in, he can shoot across goal because he's still got that striker's instinct. Ahmad needs to be able to come off that right channel, that right angle where he likes to operate with. That's just his dribbling style. But somehow you still thought that we should put Ahmad on the left. How does that make sense to you? In the second half, you've now put Ahmad right wing back. That's where it makes the most sense because if you've seen Man United play, and Mbeumo and Ahmad are starting to get an understanding. They're cooking. So when you're now taking our most attacking threat in terms of them as a combination, how do you think it now makes sense that you've now put Ahmad on the left? Not only have you put Ahmad on the left, but you've put him next to useless Dorgu. And when I was telling you a lot about Dorgu, you thought I was chatting rubbish. That guy is not a baller.
You don't have future. You can never make it.
Dorgu is not a baller, bro. Let me tell you something right now, yeah. You see Dorgu, he's an athlete. There's a difference between an athlete and a baller. My man has pace, he can run in behind. As soon as he gets into any tackle position that shows that he needs a bit of quality, it does not work. Why does it not work? Because he is not Garrett. And who told you this before? Me. And why did I know? Because the way I know ball is crazy, but you didn't want to listen. Okay, cool. There was other options on the market. I promise you, even though I know he's not starting from what's his name? Even though I know he's not starting for Man City right now, God knows he will cost the same amount of money. His wages aren't that crazy. Just bring him in. Why did we spend 30 million on Dorgu? I will never understand it. And do you know what else is crazy? Based off this last match, I actually understand why sometimes Amorim does not play Euro. Because when Euro plays, sometimes he's very good, but sometimes he just does nonsense. And today, or yesterday, as I say, because the match was yesterday, I'm recording the next day, Euro was doing nonsense. He needs to work on his left foot passing because honestly, as soon as that pass down the line is not on and he has to come inside and use his left foot, some of his passes are so wayward. I want to do a big shout out to De Ligt because even though I don't think United played the best, I think he played well. There was one time that he got the ball, he's in the middle of the pitch. I'm thinking to myself, I've seen him look up. I'm thinking, does De Ligt have this diag in his locker? Not only did he hit a long pass, he done a floater straight ball over the top. Do you know how hard it is to do a floater straight ball over the top? And it's a straight ball. A diag is easy. A long ball over the top that's floated over the defense's head, and he's actually picked out Mason Mount, who, by the way, great touch from him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, even though we're playing against 10 men, Mason Mount, when he came on the pitch, he showed you that that's why he should have started. He has quality, one touch play, taking the ball on a half turn, just trying to do things a bit faster with quality. When he passes the ball into people, you can see he zips it. When they zip it into him, he can deal with it. There's a big difference, which is why I'm confused why he didn't start. Let's touch on Joshua Zirkzee. You don't want Zirkzee to play in this Man United team so bad. You see Zirkzee here, he might be the first footballer that I've ever seen that is better at football after the final whistle because you lot will clip all the things he does and act like he's Ronaldinho. But when we actually watch him play football, bro, it's like you don't forget. My man's a striker. He's a striker. The last 22 games, he has not scored any goals. 9 starts. Yesterday was his 10th start. No goals. How can you justify that from a striker? And the thing is, if he was doing a lot in terms of pressing, running in the channels, all the things that a striker needs to do, I would hear it. But just because he drops in and does a couple nice touches and flicks, you don't lose your mind. What? And the craziest thing, if he's going to be that type of player, that means everything needs to work when you drop deep. Sometimes he'll do a one-touch pass, he'll just give the ball away. He'll try to take it on the half turn and he'll give the ball away. Is that what you don't think the standard is? How dare you compare him to Sesko? At least Sesko, hold-up play, wins the ball in the air, headers. Cool, he can brush up on his finishing, but you can see that he's actually a presence. And when he does the hold-up play, it actually sticks and he actually brings the people into play. That's why people like Mbeumo and Cunha can just run off him because he is a presence in his own. He can lead the line by himself. A plain example of that is the game against Chelsea. That header that he put into it behind for Mbeumo for Sanchez to get sent off is a prime example of Sesko's presence. But you thought I was done there. Bruno Fernandes, my gosh, you are the most confusing player I think I've ever met in my life. How can somebody be so good and so bad at the same time? Bro, and I don't know if I'm going to blame you or if I'm going to blame Amram, because clearly you're number 10. When you get into these attacking positions, you make stuff happen. But at the same time, can I blame Amram for you not doing the basics properly? If there's a 5-yard pass on and you misplace that pass, is that Amram's fault for playing you in a deeper position, or is that you for not using your brain or not taking time on the ball? Or maybe you just don't have that in your locker to play all these simple passes. I keep saying this about Bruno, yeah. Sometimes when he plays simple football, he looks like such a good player. But it's when he overcomplicates it. And do you know what it is? At the same time, if you're in an attacking area and you try and hit a Hollywood ball and it doesn't work, I won't get annoyed. But if you're in the center of the pitch and it's clear that it's a point in time where your team just needs to keep possession, brother, calm down. But I'll be real, it's not the fact that Bruno likes to treat the ball like a hot potato at times that gets me mad with him. It's the other things he does in these games that annoy me. Like receiving the ball at times, I'm just thinking, bro, what are you doing? And the fact that, cool, I understand you're not a defensive-minded player, but bro, you needed to be a defensive-minded player to stop Dewsbury Hall there, bro. Take him down, bro. I'll be real, that Dewsbury Hall goal, it pissed me off, and there's so many reasons why. First of all, the way he was waltzing through our midfield the whole game, by the way. Bro, the way he walks through was just annoying me. Not only just that, he's got the ball onto his weak foot and he slapped it. But let me not lie to you. You don't need to watch the replays of that goal. Yes, he slapped it, but that goal was almost down the middle. Lamon's got a touch to it and he's pushed it into the top corner. My brother, Lamons, don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain. I saw the free kick Danny Roberts scored against you. I questioned you. Guys were telling me to let you off that one. Me personally, my goalkeeper needs to save that. This Dewsbury Hall shot, you need to save that, because the difference between Everton and Man United yesterday, not only were they better on the ball at times when they had to go forward, but they weren't actually on the ball that often. But when they were on the ball, they made it count. But really and truly, did they create any chances? Not really. But what happened? Their goalkeeper bailed them out. No matter what you want to say, the 10 men, Everton going down to 10 men is not Man United's fault, because what on earth was AJknowsball doing thinking he could slap Michael Keane? And regardless of whether you lot think he should have been sent off or not, he got sent off. What do you do then? You punish them. But what did their keeper do? He made some great saves. Joshua Xerxes' header, Pickford saved it. Another Joshua Xerxes header, Pickford saved it. Bruno Fernandes' long shot, it's going top corner. Pickford saved it. And to be honest, if you ask me, these are all saves that I believe Pickford should make. But at the end of the day, like you've seen with Lamons, the goalkeeper has to do the job. It's all right saying he should save it, but will he actually save it? Pickford saved it. Lamons didn't. For all I care, the game ends 0-0. Cool, we didn't do enough to win the game, you could say. But at the end of the day, if my keeper just does his job, not saying the goal's completely on him, but sometimes you need to bail us out. Bail us out. Can you bail us out, please? Thank you. Next time, please, bail us out, yeah? Amorim. Let me tell you something. And this is why I can never beat Amorim in at this moment of time. Because you lot get excited over a couple of performances. I'm talking about something I've seen over a long period of time. And I'll be honest, this three at the back system that you just must play, starting to get frustrating. The best managers in the world are able to adapt. Amorim, why are you not able to adapt? I don't understand. Cool, you wanted to start this. You want to start every game playing the three at the back formation, 3-4-3. That's fair. It is what it is. But my question to you is this, bro, and please, just switch on, bro. My question to you is this. If you're playing against 10 men at home, do you think you need 5 defenders on the pitch? Like, bro, we're playing against 10 men. A good manager, in my opinion, he just changes something quickly. Find a way to create overloads where Dorgu is not at the end of chance. Any system here, in my opinion, that has Dorgu on the end of your best chances means that there's something wrong. I'll be so honest with you. Any system that has Dorgu at the end of your best chances, it means that something is wrong. Bro. And then in the second half, yeah, cool. You can't change it straight away. Maybe you wanted to see how things go. Second half, instead of you to just bring on an extra attack or go to a back four, but what have you done? You've brought on Dalot to basically play left wing. You've now got Luke Shaw just underneath him that doesn't want to go forward. There's no way that that's Luke Shaw's responsibility. Are you telling me that Luke Shaw doesn't want to get forward? Furthermore, me personally, I probably would have put Luke Shaw a bit higher. Let him get crosses in the box. He's the best crosser of the ball from that angle. Maybe put a midfielder at centre back and then just get total possession. Like, honestly, bro, like, do something. If you must insist on this 3-4-3, at least put attacking players in attacking areas. When all our players are on the halfway line, they're offering little to no threat in counter attacking. Like, what's going on? On top of that, bro, I'll be honest, like, I just need to see more tactical nous and awareness. And I want to touch on Brian and Mbeumo. That guy has probably been, if not one of our best players, but if not our best player this season. But honestly, just because you've been good doesn't mean you can't be better. And there's some things I've seen with Mbeumo's game that I need him to sort out ASAP. For example, this guy gets into the final third, and sometimes his decision making is just poor. Like, I don't understand. Like, bro, just take your time. Yesterday, he's running for on goal with Ahmad. Ahmad's on his left side. An intelligent player or somebody with that nous, your right foot, swing it across. Ahmad has a tap in. If he misses, that's on him. Or if you don't feel comfortable on your right foot, use the outside of your left foot. What does he do? He keeps driving. He tries to cut inside. Cut into where? Even if you just wanted to keep going on yourself, keep going and use your right foot and hit it, bro. That's the things I need. That's where you can decide a game early. If he scores that there, all of a sudden it's a different game. And I already know Everton have to come out a bit more, even though they weren't really sitting back in the first place. They were coming for us in the first 10 minutes, or before Idrissa Gueye got sent off anyways. But even then, goals give confidence, momentum changes. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially if a team's on top of you. If you now score, it deflates them. On top of that, he was just losing the ball a lot. And the thing is, I've seen this happen a lot this season, but it's like, he's doing it, but he's also playing well. So it's like, okay, cool. But yesterday was just a thing where everything that I've seen him do this season that's been bad, it just happened all together at once. And I was just thinking, Brian, you need to switch on because it's a bit sloppy. And the thing is, I've been seeing Man United linked to other attackers, and I'm thinking, why do you want more attackers? But if we're being honest, this game, Sesko was out, Cunha was out, all of a sudden the attack looks completely different. And then you try to put Ahmad in those spaces, it just doesn't work. You've got Mason Mount. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's fitness. I think he played well when he came on, but clearly there's something to do with fitness because Amorim's not playing him anymore. But it just shows you that no matter how much you think you have, you still need more. But the only thing with United is we can't really attack these areas yet because we have so many other areas that need dealing with. I think probably need a more dominant centre back in defence at times. We need someone that's better on the ball as well, that's able to kind of, because I'll be real, I'm looking at the back three here, and they're so narrow, and it's like they're playing little 5-yard passes to them. Really and truly, if you're good back three, you're wide. Maybe even touchline at times to stretch the pitch. Maybe not touchline, but just within the touchline. Definitely wider than the 18-yard area, and you're fizzing it across to each other. That way, you can actually dominate games and be on the halfway line. On top of that, if your back three are wider, that allows your wing backs to get higher up. It also means that if they want to press you, you try and press if your front three try to press the back three and the wing backs are high, it means the full backs can't get as high as they want because the wing backs are already high. Which means when you are hitting that ball into the channel and the wing back gets it, there's a little pass back into midfield that you can hit. And all of a sudden the game's open. Or the winger can make a run in behind and there's a clip and a diagonal each time. That, for me, when you're playing a back three, that wing back should always be an out ball. It's either that or one of your centre backs gets free on the ball. The same way you see PSG change into a back three and Vitinha becomes the left centre back, that there should always be a free man on the pitch if you're playing with that type of formation. But for some reason, Man United never have a free man. It's so difficult to play out from the back. That tells me that tactically there's something wrong because either the players can't do it or the manager isn't telling them to do it because I don't understand. This is about shape now, about how you play on the ball in terms of the shape. But obviously, we've been focusing on United a lot. Let's go into Everton. Me personally, I think what Idrissa Gueye has done is unacceptable. You should never be raising your hand to a player in general. I'll be honest. You should never be raising your hand to a player in general. Obviously, some people may argue it's between teammates. Is it that deep? Did he hit him with that much power? I mean, at the end of the day, these things can happen. You don't let yourself be in a position to even get in that position. It's professionalism. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I think most of Everton's players had a decent game. Obviously, unfortunate to see Seamus Coleman come off the pitch, but Tarkowski had a decent game in my opinion. I think this game kind of benefited the players that aren't the greatest on the ball. Like Tarkowski, Keane, you don't really want to see them on the halfway line trying to play football. But in terms of defending their area, making blocks, slide tackles. It's the exact type of game you want for them. Mikolenko, I think, was decent, but I think he needed Grealish's help a lot in terms of because Grealish was basically playing as a fullback, but Mikolenko was basically playing just a bit inside him. So even if you got past Grealish, which didn't really happen that often, but Mikolenko was kind of there to cover, so his job wasn't really that hard in that regard because sometimes when Burma will come inside, Mikolenko's there, Grealish on the outside of him, so the wing back is still getting picked up. They're not really creating overloads down that side, which is another thing. I think if you're gonna play that way and they're down to 10 men, I think one of the centre backs can bomb forward, make an extra overload. I think there's times where I'm seeing Euro in space on the edge of the box. I want an extra midfielder there, someone that can pick up the pass. But at the same time, that comes down to the players we have available. Because really and truly, if you want to bring on an extra midfielder off the bench, you brought on Mainly. Who else is there? Bring on Agate. You're not doing anything on the ball. So it's a mixture of player quality and the manager, if I'm being honest. I think James Garner had a decent game, done what he needed to do at times. I was actually surprised how press resistant some of the Everton players were at times, especially Dewsbury Hall. Honestly, the way he was driving on the ball, I didn't know he was that silky on the ball. So that's one to watch in terms of Dewsbury Hall. Because in my head, I was thinking, is having Dewsbury Hall in the 10 a bit negative? But honestly, it might not be. Obviously, I haven't watched Everton as often as I should do, but the games I have watched of Dewsbury Hall this season, he looks like he's got that little bit of quality in him. Let's talk about Grealish. Honestly, you see Jack Grealish here. I wouldn't say he showed a lot going forward, but I think he showed a different side of his game today. And I feel like people forget that this guy was actually the captain of Aston Villa. He's got that dig deep performance in him. Yesterday, he dug deep. I won't even say he had to dig that deep, to be honest. I think he just done his role excellently. There's times where I'm seeing him one way on Ahmad, he's tackling Ahmad, he's getting the ball, he's shielding it, he's finding a way to get his team up the pitch. He's just too strong. There was a time where I've seen three Man United players around him. It's like he's holding them all off like he's Thanos, bro. Just his arm out, body out, calf out. He just finds different ways to shield the ball, gets his team on the pitch. He didn't actually win as many fouls as I thought he would yesterday, but he did win a lot. There was one time the ball got played into him, Ahmad's come rushing out, and he's just put his body in the way, and Ahmad's completely taken him out. Really and truly, Grealish has put himself in that position because he knows that Ahmad's going to come full force into him, he's just going to fall over and win a foul. And that's what you need from your team, intelligence. But yeah, for me, yesterday, for Everton, my man of the match is Jordan Pickford. So either Jordan Pickford or Dewsbury Hall, they were the standout performances. Now the question is from here, where do both teams go? I think Everton, probably a mid-table team. They can just pick up these type of results here and there. The fact that they were able to do it with 10 men is good. I think the fact that Idrissa Gueye is out for the next 3 games is probably a big loss. Even in the first 10 to 12 minutes, you can see that he gets on the ball, he's press resistant, he can take it off the centre backs, he can go through midfield, he can drive with it, he breaks up play. Honestly, Man United could probably need Idrissa Gueye at this point. He could probably start on midfield. But yeah, I just think with Everton, this is sustainable. Right now, they're sitting, 11th in the league, above Liverpool. So I know Everton fans are probably happy about that. But as for Man United, where can this go? If we're looking in the grand scheme of things, 5 wins, 4 losses, it's not actually as bad as it looks. And every time United lose a game, there's a lot of controversial takes online. Everyone gets angry, the manner of the loss, this and that. But if you're looking at it in a black and white form, 5 wins, 4 losses, it's not the best, but at the same time, they're 10th in the league, which is still an improvement of last season. In terms of how many points they're off the top 4, let's check. Right now, United are 3 points off the top 4? It's not the worst. You get what I'm saying? It's really not the worst. It could be worse. I mean, I said at the start of the season, for me, based off the recruitment that Manchester United have done, based off how bad they were last season and what it would take for the team to gel in this formation and etc., I think top 10 is a good start to the season. I think top 10 is a good season. Ideally top 8, but I think top 10, it shows that it's slowly building back up. Do you know what I'm saying? I think some of the performances this season, you've seen that it's probably going to get better. Player quality, 100%. The difference between a Garnacho to a Cunha is night and day. Some may say if Cunha and if Sesko were available, we would have won the Everton game. You never know. But yeah, I think as of right now, it's just game by game, to be honest. There's nothing. I think you can only judge this Man United team by the end of the season in terms of where they finish. In terms of the football they're playing, I'm not. If we're being honest, it is better than last season, but it can get better. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, man, this was the first video. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you didn't know before, At least you know now. AJ knows ball.